Well, for millions across the country, it's a sad day, Joe. And to many of them, it's as if the Capitol dome was blown off. On the other hand, to those who loathed Rush Limbaugh, their feelings can be summed up by the hashtag good riddance. Love him or loathe him, Rush Limbaugh certainly was a person of consequence over the years. He never achieved his goal of the largest radio audience in history. That belonged to the legendary Walter Winchell, with 50 million listeners in the 1930s and 40s. But in modern times, Rush had no competitors. In 2019, a survey found that he had 15.5 daily listeners tuning in on his program. He called his supporters ditto heads, and he used a lot of other colorful feminazis, for example, were those who fought him on the feminist and pro-choice side of that issue. But it should be noted that as far as a political impact, the one-time sports announcer from Cape Girardeau, Missouri, or as Rush used to call it, Cape Geronimo, certainly knew how to rally people. He was a key player in just about every major conservative endeavor since Ronald Reagan left office in 1988. 6 years later, Republicans won the control of both houses of Congress for the first time in 40 years. Rush's broadcasts and tirades against the Democrats and the Clinton administration were a pivotal factor in that election. In later years, Rush's voice and his tirades about leftism, spending, and the deficit affected the growing Tea Party movement. And once again, with Democrats recapturing Congress and Barack Obama president, they rode back to take control of Congress in 2010. Again, it was Limbaugh's daily broadcasts that fueled the volunteers and the political movement. More recently, Rush Limbaugh was a backer of President Trump. The president certainly expressed his admiration for the man on radio. He gave him the Presidential Medal of Freedom in his last State of the Union address earlier this year. Rush Limbaugh was somebody who will not be forgotten. He'll have many imitators, but few are going to come close to him. Congressman Joe Wilson of South Carolina noted that his impact touched people in a way little known. The radio industry was suffering when Rush came on the scene in the late 80s, and he saved thousands of jobs in that particular industry. Rush Limbaugh is someone that perhaps was best summed up by the former Lieutenant Governor of Missouri and his longtime friend, Peter Kinder. Kinder told Newsmax, and he was my lifelong friend.